Good morning, everyone. I'm Dr. Alison Dougal. So the first thing I want to tell you about the fellowship of iADH is it's not an exam. This is not a qualification, it's a fellowship, it's a recognition and to somewhat a reward or a acknowledgement of the excellence of your experiences, your skills, your achievements. And for many, we know that in the absence of a specialty in their country, or even for those who live in a country where special care dentistry is not heard of, or disability and oral health is emerging. So this is our idea of the fellowship. What I'm going to present to you in this webinar is a guidance document. It's the document that you will need to fill in, which will be really a submission of a detailed curriculum vitae, of a portfolio or evidence of your career. That will then be analysed and reviewed by a calibrated team, but really this fellowship is about evidencing where you've made a difference, because we know from job satisfaction that we need to make a difference when we go to work. It makes us feel good, but also it means that the communities we work for benefit from our skills, and all of the learning and experience that we have means that we can aim to make a difference to people's oral health related quality of life. There are 5 domains in this process. The first is about iADH service or activity. We're going to look at your clinical experience. Our next domain is about education. Then we move to the scientific and academic side of the form. We're looking for scientific activity in a variety of ways. A very important part of our form, and carrying equal weight, is community participation and advocacy. iADH activity and is not all about iADH. So if we expected everybody to be working within iADH or one of our committees, this would not be enough. This would be too exclusive. We want to show also your community or your activity with your local affiliated organisation. We want our fellows to be active, to be sharing their knowledge, to be attending meetings and updating. One thing that is absolutely essential to be able to apply for the iADH fellowship is 3 years membership of either iADH as an individual member or as one of the members of our national organizations. So if you are a member of one of these organizations, they give you free iADH membership. It means you are a member of iADH. So you can apply for our fellowship and you are eligible for an iADH membership number. We recognize that along a pathway, people take very different routes. People work in practices, they work in hospitals, they work in scientific institutions. They have a variety of ways of giving back and using their skills. But we believe that we've got the balance right to make it possible for everybody. And what will you get? Well, we asked our International Advisory Committee, and they advised us that what our members want is a large, very fancy diploma to put on their clinic walls to evidence that they are a fellow of iADH. We will also be giving a lapel pin with the iADH logo and the words iADH Fellow on the lapel pin for you to wear proudly. So step one, you can download a sample application form so that you can prepare all of your information early. You can, without going online. You can have a look at it, you can study it, and you can start to bring all your information together. My advice when you're filling in the form online is to prepare it in a Word document first and then cut and paste directly into the form. That way you can do all your editing, you can make sure you've got the right number of words, you can get your translations done. And then when you open the online application form, simply cut and paste the information that you have prepared. What will happen once you've registered is that you will have two things that will happen. You will receive an individualized link that will be sent to you within a week. It's usually about 48 hours. And that's your individual link to your information form. You can visit that link as many times as you wish, and all the information will be saved that you enter until you press submit. You can enter and add information bit by bit from your Word document. You then need to choose 2 referees who will support your application and give their details. iADH will contact them to verify your information. And one of those referees needs to be an iADH member, and one can be your employer or your tutor or your colleague who can verify that the information that you are providing is correct. There we go. The next thing that you will receive is an invoice. The fee for dentists is $300 US. For dentists from developing economies, and we have a list of those on our website, the fee is $200. And that's the same also. We have a separate fellowship for people, for allied healthcare providers. The invoice doesn't have to be paid until you've finished the form. So if you're taking 6 months to do the form, 3 months to do the form, at the end of the process, you need to pay your invoice. That's via PayPal or credit card. You will receive a receipt for that payment, and you need to attach it on the form to be able to submit your document. We kept the price as low as we could to be able to facilitate this and make it sustainable, and also put in place a very slick process. And we were advised at every level by our international advisory committee on a suitable price structure for this. When you've submitted your form, you're going to receive a result. Importantly, unsuccessful applications, this is not the end of the road. Because if people are unsuccessful, they will receive feedback and are able to resubmit and supply additional data or evidence as they add to their CVs for a period of 2 years at no extra cost. So this is a one-off fee. So this gives people the ability to channel some effort into one of the areas perhaps where they didn't do so well.